So Cammy, congratulations, what a way to do it.
What a way to do it. I mean, it was a tale of two halves, it certainly was. 2-0 down at half time, pretty much looked out the game, but also the wind played a factor. Whoever side of the wind was the better side. Half time, everyone just said we've got nothing to lose, we haven't shown up as yet, let's just bloody go for it and see if we can get the win, and we got our 3 goals, and I think we deserved it in the end.
And you're 2-0 down at half time, what did Pele say at half time?
He just went absolutely ballistic, I'll be honest with you, he went absolutely mental. And we knew ourselves, we let ourselves down first half, we didn't do enough. But second half, we put a lot of pressure on them, and I think we just about edged it in the end.
Were you disappointed not to get in the score sheet yourself?
In a cup final, no, you're not bothered. It's all about winning the cup. It's all about the team in a cup final. So I would happily sacrifice not scoring for winning the cup.
And for everything that's gone through for Formartine, with losing the league on the last day and things like that, and last year's cup final, what does it mean for Formartine?
I mean, the team has been accused of being a team that was bottlers. You know, they lost the final last year after being 2-0 up, Aberdeenshire Cup, and then lost the league with 2 games to win it. And then, you know, to the Scottish Cup earlier this game, the game against Arnhem, we were accused of being bottlers. So to come back from 2-0 down today, I think says a lot about the character of the team.
Yeah. Anyway, you're champions today. Congratulations.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Cheers.
See ya. Awful. How does that feel?
It feels great. It feels great. We same kind of conditions last year, 2-0 down, and got beat on penalties. To come back at half time and win 3-2. It must have been at injury time. Absolutely fantastic. Great for the club. Monkey off the back, and that's the real Formartine United.
And did you feel the worst at half time?
I feel the worst. There was going to be a lot of changes at half time in terms of the whole club. Now, let's carry on. Brilliant.
And I saw you at 2-2 in the last 10 minutes. You were pacing about with your umbrella.
I pace about any big goal.
Well, Michael, how does that feel?
Amazing. It's a great feeling for Martin's first cup. I'm delighted to get the winner as well. It's one of the best feelings in my career.
And when you scored that goal, how did you feel? Can you sum it up?
I can't even describe how it felt. It was the best feeling I've felt in a long time. And feeling all the boys come and celebrate with me as well. It's a good team. I love the boys. I'm happy.
And at 2-0 down, you must have felt the worst.
We went in at half time. We knew what we had to do, really. We didn't play well in the first half. Came out in the second half and did the job. Really dug in. Team dug in. Good team spirit. We got the goals we needed.
And how much was the wind a problem in that first half?
The wind is an issue, but I'm not going to blame that because it's the same for both teams. You know, Inverurie came out in the second half and they had to deal with it as well. You know what I mean?
And to come back from 2-0 in a cup final and win it in the last minute, 3-2, what does that say about the character of Formartine?
It says a lot about the boys. You know, we went in at half time. A lot of the boys were down. We came in. We dug in. Team spirit's great at Formartine. Just shows you what you can do.
And now you push on and try and go in and win the league?
Hope so.
Okay.
You never know.
I'll let you enjoy that. Cheers, Michael.
Thanks.
Just so happy to get the club's first trophy. You know, I came to the club to try and be successful, and you know, after last season's disappointments and the way it was looking at half time today, it was looking like another huge disappointment. And you know, where do you go from there? You know, kind of losing big games. But I think the second half performance is, you know, just winning the cup today, I think it'll have a massive impact in terms of probably us confidence-wise for, you know, try to go one better in the league, you know, like having lost it in the last day last year. So just a huge result for the club.
And what do you think went wrong in that first half?
I've been in the game a long time and I just couldn't believe how poor we were, having been so poor 2 weeks previously. And I really just spoke to the player. I didn't particularly rant and rave. I just spoke from my heart and said, guys, can please show me what you're about. You know, this isn't what you're about. You're far better players. You're a good team. And you know, the response I got was, it just means a hell of a lot. You know, it's great when you see that players play for you. You know what I mean? So I'm so happy.
And after everything you've been through last season, with the last day of the season and things like that, what does this mean to you personally?
You know, getting the first trophy was always going to be the kind of, you know, get that monkey off our back, and now we've got that, we can hopefully grow for it. You know what I mean? And like I say, we've had a great start in the league, and you know, we can now, you know, get about our job with that confidence, trophy, and the, you know, first trophy of the season as well. We've got 3 more trophies to hopefully have a go at, you know. But I'm just so proud of the players because, you know, they hadn't done themselves justice, you know, by any means, you know, first half. And what they did second half, without playing particularly well, they showed just a genuine desire, you know, and you know, hunger that they wanted to win the trophy for the club. You know what I mean? So really, really delighted for that point of view. You know,
A big party tonight.
if you know Athol Cadger, you can guarantee the biggest party ever.
I'll let you go and enjoy it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Cheers.
cheers.
Congratulations. Well, Scott, commiserations. How do you feel about that?
We're gutted, obviously, stating the obvious there, but look, that's the way it goes. That's football. You've got to go to the 90th, second, third, whatever minute it was, and fair play for Martin, they did, and they got the rewards in the end.
And it was all looking so good in that first half. You were looking really up for it.
Yeah, no, the guys were up for it when they were up for it in the second half. But I mean, you know, the strong wind down the pitch dictates kind of how the game's going to get played. And I mean, all the goals were at one end. Maybe tells you its own story. But yeah, the guys were up for it. There's absolutely no question about that. You know, that's why I'm so gutted for them. But you know, for Martin, we're up for it as well. And you know, at half time, yeah, it did look good, but you're only halfway there, you know, and you've got to keep it going. And you know, they defended generally okay, but just a couple of small lapses, and for Martin capitalised.
You must have been pleased with the goals. They were well taken.
Oh, they were smashing goals. I mean, if we get to see them again, it would be good, I'm sure. I mean, it was probably a couple of times that we played some decent football in the first half, cut them open, and some two great finishes. So, no, we're delighted with that, and it's just a pity we couldn't really, you know, kick on and maybe get a third goal, because I think, you know, if we got a third goal, maybe that would have just, you know, closed it out for us, but it wasn't to be, not today.
Yeah. And in the second half, how much of an effect did the wind have on that second?
Yeah, well, a big effect. I mean, it was getting stronger as the game went on. So it had a big effect, you know, because for Martin, with the good players, obviously, just, you know, they eventually ground us down. And then once they smelt a bit of blood, they went for it, and fair play.
And were you preparing yourself for extra time?
Aye, absolutely. I'm sure everyone was, really. And again, it would have been a wide open extra time. Both teams were having to go down a hill again. So it would have been interesting, but we never got that far.
And how did you pick the boys up from that?
Well, you just got to leave them just now. I mean, saying that in there is not a thing that I can say or Kenny can say that will make an iota of difference to them. They will just, you know, have to pick themselves up. We've got a night out tonight. You know, if there's no consolation to getting beaten in a cup final, but at least we're all together and we can, you know, can have a drink. And
it's disappointing. It was a game of two halves. I thought we were, you know, obviously we were 2-0 up at half time and looking comfortable. I thought, you know, they didn't really threaten first half, and arguably we could have had one or two more, but we knew second half it would switch round, and that's the way it, you know, turned out. We hope we could have maybe held out a little bit better, but disappointing.
You were very dominant in that first half, weren't you?
Yeah, we were. Tempo was good. We didn't give them a minute. I mean, they're a good, strong side, and we knew we had to play well to obviously win the game. And the first half started, you know, a really high tempo and played well and justified, I think, to going in at 2-0 up. But we knew that they would come at us just as they did in the Scottish Cup, and you know, the wind, I think, picked up. Not that that's a reason. You know, they obviously took advantage of the conditions the same way we did first half, and you know, we just needed that one extra goal, I think, to, you know, to have seen us through. I think if we'd got 3-0, come in at 3-0, I don't think they would have come back. But you know, 2-0 always leaves, you know, that opportunity.
It was a well-taken goal for yourself. Did you see a gap past Ross Campbell there?
Aye, well, you know, when it came into me, he just managed to get a good touch in it, and he was square. You know, he was square on. So if I could turn, I knew I would turn quicker than him. So just knocked it past him, and luckily found a space to get a shot away. So that was good. And I thought, you know, Andy Hunter's goal was great as well. Good touch, good bit of skill to get past the boy in the box, and a great finish. So.
And when you were 2-0 up at half time, what was really said at half time? It's an awkward score, you don't know whether to defend or.
It is an awkward score, didn't it? You know, we didn't need to chase the game second half. We could have just, you know, played our game, played away without really committing huge amounts forward. But obviously they got a goal quite early in the second half, and that really changed the game a wee bit. It'll give them something to push for. I think if we could held out, you know, 20 minutes in the second half, you know, it would have been a much hard task for them. But because they scored early, and it gave them that impetus to go and push on.
An experienced player like yourself, how do you pick yourself up from this?
It's just a game, you know. It's a cup final. It's disappointing, of course it is, but you know, hopefully you get more opportunities throughout the season to play in other cup finals, and you hopefully a different result. But it's just a game, and there's no point in dwelling on it too long. You'll be disappointed, you know, for the next couple of hours or whatever. But you just need to get over it and concentrate on the rest of the season.
And for you yourself, personally, how are you settling in well to the Highland League?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's been good. Great bunch of guys in there, and you know, we've started reasonably well. I think, you know, we've won most of our games. We've got to a cup final, obviously, doing well in another cup. So, we're doing okay, and I'm enjoying the football.
That's great. Okay, thanks for your time.
No
Cheers,
problem.
Mark.
Thank you.